Welcome to Jav's Gym, where we pull together professional workout plans for execs looking to get their wet bods in shape. We're bringing together a diverse range of ETs, that's executive trainers, from across the world of sport and neighbouring industries who'll be sharing their top tips on how to accelerate your professional and personal development. This is Executive Gains. Francesca, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to the Executive Gains Gym. It's your first time. What do you think about the place?
It's amazing. Thanks for having me.
Now, before we get into today's workout, I always love to get a quick run through of the executive fitness journey you've been on. But there's one thing, a part of their journey, I would like you to speak to, and it's this item right here. Can you tell us a bit about it and how that fits into your journey today?
Yeah, that is definitely something which within my journey is something I will carry throughout the rest of my life. It is a representation of not only just winning awards, but actually representing a whole community of young women and girls, being a face, being a voice, being, someone who can advocate for the barriers and for the opportunities that a lot of, the next generation are deserving of. And for me, every time I look at my Pride of Britain award, it reminds me not only to reflect on my achievements and the journey that I went through, but also the opportunity I have and the stage I have now to advocate for something that I'm so passionate about, and that is to break the barriers for young women and girls within sports and education. Before we get to the work, Goals for Girls founder, CEO, for those hearing about it the first time, how do you explain the work and what that represents? Well, we started in 2011. My main purpose was to educate, inspire and create opportunity for young women and girls. Goals for Girls is a football development programme which works with young women and girls in the UK's most marginalised communities between the ages of 11 to 16. There's a reason why we use that age range. But we basically use football as a catalyst and a steering vehicle to support these young women and girls within these spaces to educate, inspire and provide opportunities. And we do that through our pillars, being our career development, our sports participation and our mental health and well-being. And we are a female-led organisation, and the reason why we do that is we want to create opportunity and representation straight away from the moment them young women and girls sit in their classrooms to when they enter the football pitch.
So it's time to get those endorphins going. Today we have a full body workout in store. We have a bit of core, a bit of arms, a bit of legs, a bit of cardio and a bit of rest. So without further ado, let's start with a bit of core. Core day. We're looking at your values and fundamental behaviours that center you as a person.
My core values then would be education, innovation and representation. It definitely threads through each element of not only my personal life, but everything that I stand up for and that I stand on within my charity, Goals for Girls.
That comes nicely into our arms workout. This arm day, we're looking at your reach, your ambition, and how you grab an opportunity with both hands.
When I talk about setting goals for myself personally, it will go fundamentally down to 3 key things, and those key things are around areas like having constant vision boards and reminders. But I have a constant vision board and reminder of not only what I've achieved, but also what I would like to achieve. Okay. And the reason why I have my achieved vision board is because of the fact that I can't forget my foundations. I can't forget where I came from. I can't forget that gratitude element of where I'm transitioning to. And it's so easy to get caught up, and we were speaking earlier about it, so easy to get caught up in the what's next mentality, rather than looking back and going, wow, I actually achieved that. And these were the barriers I overcame to achieve that. Now let's celebrate that. It's also an educational point, that journey. Those goal settings, when you reach that goal, it's an educational point to turn around to someone else and say, actually, I can teach you maybe how to do that, or there's a reason in which I had to go through my trials and tribulations to get to where I'm going to today. It wasn't easy to get to this goal. So that's one element in which I kind of manage my goals and action them. Another one as well, like I said, is the gratitude, looking back, reflecting and being grateful. But the other one as well is I am being optimistic. And what I mean by that is I have this saying within the workplace of the what if mentality. And I do it all the time. We'll go into meetings with the team and I'll be like, right, everybody, we're gonna have a what if moment. And I get everyone out with their pieces of paper and everything, and nothing is off the table. Like, it could be, what if we traveled to the moon and did kick-ups? It can be possible, right?
It can, why not?
So we have these what if moments, and what I'm trying to instill in my team's minds is that mindset is everything.
Yes.
And you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. And there's anybody who's created a business or created a product, it came from a what if moment. And I need for everybody around me to be innovators within that moment.
It's leg day. We're looking at how you stay consistent, steady, and stand tall in the face of adversity. Essentially, the unglamorous things that we tend to forget. So with all that being said, through our core arms workout, how do you keep yourself motivated?
You know, I could quite easily sit here and say that my kids keep me motivated on a daily basis. And they do. Keep me motivated
and a bit more
on a
than
daily
that,
basis.
right?
Oh yeah, they keep me on my toes, definitely. Like, that's a workout in itself. Yeah. But for me personally, success and motivation is defined by me by how many lives have I touched. And that keeps me motivated on a daily basis. I love being counted out. I love it.
Okay.
Because of the fact that this charity world, it can break you. You have to be motivated to be in the charity world because nothing's a given. It's not like I've got a product and then I'm going out and then it's about, okay, I need to sell that to 1,000 people, I'm gonna make this money. So I've got to stay motivated in these moments.
It's cardio day. It's all about the keep. It's how you keep pace, keep rhythm, and keep going. Founder, CEO, mother, how hard do you look to push yourself across all areas of your life?
I've got an interesting story actually. I got asked by one of our partners, I got asked to do a statue. So I don't know if you know, a statue got built of me on Tower Bridge.
Yes.
And
during the Women's Euros, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And that statue was amazing because it was a representation of women from all aspects of sport and advocacy and innovation, and it was just a powerhouse of women.
Yep.
And I got asked, what would you like your statue to look like? I sat and thought about it and I thought, yeah, it'd be great if I had a football because that represents, but I felt like I'm much more than that. And I had much more of a story to tell. And there's a lot of barriers which I'm trying to overcome myself in the current process of trying to achieve what I'm trying to achieve, but there's so many women in that space as well who may not believe that they can actually work and have kids or work and do certain things within their lives. So I decided to do like the scales and feather approach, which represents balance. And I put at the time, I think he was 4 months old, in one hand my baby, in one hand I had the ball in the other hand. And I literally held it like this. If I could have brought that as a prop today, the statue, I would have, but I couldn't fit it. So literally I had that, and for me that was a representation of balance. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Whatever woman looks to that statue needs to believe that it is actually possible. Don't let anybody put their opinion on you. You can have kids and you can work. So for me, it was about sharing that message to the world and sharing that, you know, even though it's hard at times, for me, it was about how do we captivate that so people really understand that journey, not only of me, but of women across all spaces.
It's your favourite day, rest day. This is how you pull back into your glass and rejuvenate mind and body.
I do in moments. I do find my time in moments. My team are always saying to me that you need to rest. I don't really take annual leave. Because I do it in different ways. I do it with, like I said before, nature. I do it where I try and take moments. And sometimes I just need moments to be able to reset. But things like, you know, walking, listening to inspiring people, podcasts, going to events, listening to more inspiring people, maybe reading as well. And I like to meditate.
That was a hard-hitting workout. As ever, the Executive Gains Gym is yours to come through anytime, and please do.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.